morning, friends.
Good morning.
My name is Reverend Kiya Heartwood. My pronouns are she, her, and they. And we're very happy to have you here. Just make yourself at home. This morning we're going to start out our prelude with a nice Hanukkah song, Shabbat Shalom. Shall we do that? You know, you can always clap your hands. This is a joyful song, celebrating the festival of light. Shall we go? You want to lead one side? I hope. Yep.
I'll try to stay with you.
You're good. I'm going to let you do it.
Oh, okay.
Ready? 1, 2, ready, sing.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Repeat that.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley, UUCBV, or Brazos UU for short. I am short. I'm going to fix that a little bit. My name is Darby. My pronouns are she, her, and I am serving as your worship assistant today. We are a welcoming congregation, which means that we celebrate and welcome all people of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. We also strive to welcome people across diversities of race, age, ability, immigration status, and belief. We are also a congregation working for reproductive justice. So whoever you are, wherever you have come from, and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Almost forgot. I do have announcements. Next week is our host week for Family Promise. So if you haven't seen the sign up for that, I think Pam is who you'll want to talk to. For online giving, we do have online giving as an option. You can go to our website, click on Give, which is in the main menu, and online giving. You'll find several options, including Pay Your Pledge and the RE Matching Grant. And the mobile food pantry needs volunteers for Saturday the 17th.
So how do you volunteer for the mobile food pantry? Well, you can come for an hour, but the normal thing is to come for 2 hours, and you sign up ahead. Now, where do you find the sign up? It will be on the e-list, or you can talk to Allison or myself or Pam Johnson if she comes today. And then you can talk to any of us and we can help you do it. But it's really fun. And you don't have to pick up heavy things. There are jobs for everyone. And they desperately need help for December because all the students are gone. And so it takes about 35 volunteers. We feed over 433 families on a Saturday. So if you want to come early in the morning and just help get the food in bags, or you want to actually hand out, if you have Spanish, they need you. And you can also help clean up, which is basically tear down boxes and take down shades. It's not hard, nothing scary, and everybody would be most welcome. And there are plenty of people to show you what to do. Our call to worship today is called Happy Holidays, the Summit. Spirit of Christmas, does it grow on a fir tree? Christmas blooms wherever the heart is hate-free. Ramadan isn't fulfilled by feasting on some tasty beef. The greatest of feasts is haram if others go hungry. Hanukkah's miracle isn't about the oil lasting 8 days. Rather, it's about the resilience of light amidst darkness. Fireworks may be Diwali for those still in kindergarten. Every day is Diwali for an existence rooted in kindness. The will to love and the will to lift are the backbone of all human celebration, tradition, and communion. Take that fundamental will out of the equation, all you have left are rituals without meaning and mission. Fasting, feasting, and decorating are step 2 of any festival. First and foremost, at our altar within, we gotta light a candle, a bit Nestar.
So will you please join me now in saying our chalice lighting words with me? We light the chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, as a beacon of hope for all who seek justice, dignity, and compassion, and in celebration of the life of truth and meaning we share together. And now please join me in saying our affirmation. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Good. I'm Allison Faber, and I'm our Director of Religious Education, Membership, and Outreach here. I'm a she, her, and I am so happy to see all of you today. Today we have a story called The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper, and it's illustrated by Carson Ellis. The first couple pages are just pictures, so you can look here, or you can see up at the screen. Can you see that, Robin? So the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This shortest day, as promised, wakens in the sleeping land. Echo. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we here, now, this year and every year. Welcome, Yule. Thank you so much. And we have a couple of activities today in the back for all ages. We have a dreidel game and we have an ornament decoration of the earth. So if you would like to join us, that's where we'll be. Thanks.
I have a short reading by Rebecca Parker, Reading Winter Solstice. Let there be a season when holiness is heard and the splendor of living is revealed. We are not alone. In the universe there moves a wild one whose gestures alter Earth's axis toward love.
Hey y'all, if you take the gray hymnal, go to page 362. We're going to sing Rise Up, O Flame. We'll sing it through once all together. I think most people know this one. And then we'll do it in 2 parts. So you guys will be my team. And Joe's got that team. All right? Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame, show us thy beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame, show us thy beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up and joy, rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show us beauty, vision, and joy. Now there's a new part of our service that we are instigating. I hope you enjoy it and appreciate it. But as Unitarian Universalists, we believe that there's a spark of the divine in every person. So please take a moment and greet your neighbors around you. We have guests today, important guests. So make sure you introduce yourself and say hi. And when it's over, I'll hit the chime. Thank you, Carolyn, for the chime.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now's the time in our service where we share our joys and sorrows as a community. I particularly want to dedicate our service today to our beloved Maya Lazarus. Her daughter Kiya and Bilal, her husband, are here today. And so please make an effort to say hello and If you want to tell any stories about Maya or share any of your feelings about her passing, we encourage you to come up and do that now. And we're going to play a song so that we can meditate on it. But first, let's tell some stories. Anybody want to tell a story about Maya? Well, Maya was very instrumental in bringing me here. She was on the committee that selected me and interviewed me, and so she asked very good, direct questions, and she corrects my grammar. So I appreciate that very much because I'm very Appalachian. And so she's like, do you know that you're using the word good incorrectly? I said, it's cultural. Anyway, I'm going to miss her terrible. I love talking to her. She was a wonderful person and a great activist. Anybody else have a story to share about Maya? Eleanor?
I don't really have a story, but I just want to say how much I enjoyed knowing Maya. She was dedicated to this church and spoke her mind, and as a board member was very active, and I admired her for the struggles that she went through with her illness, and kept coming here to church whenever she could, and didn't realize until late that she was that ill. So she'll be dearly missed.
Allison?
Just shows how much Maya meant to all of us that everybody's trying to come up and tell a story. Maya was such a supporter of me in particular, but also religious education in our church. I have many stories about Maya, but one of my favorites is all the work that she did for people and animals that didn't receive as much attention as they should. We all know about her nonprofit that she started for animals, but did you know that she also wrote a grant that got about 150 books for children, anti-racism books, but also just books featuring marginalized children for the Family Promise Children's Room. She wrote a grant for that, and we picked them out. So there's about 150 books over there for children, homeless children, because of Maya. And that's just who she was. And I will miss her very, very dearly.
Carolyn?
I'm not as tall, so I have to shrink this mic here. I admired Maya's incredible, irrepressible spirit during that long period of time where she had difficulty eating. She would come to our women's retreat each year with a food processor sort of thing, and she wasn't embarrassed. It was like, this is what I have to do. We all understood that, and we all appreciated so much that she was with us no matter what. And her work, I'm so glad that you talked about the grant that she got for those books, Allison. She also did work in the community, and we worked together as ombudsmen for long-term care facilities for several years. When I say together, I mean we're both in the group. We all did our work in nursing homes separately, but she cared intensely about those who were on the edges of our social world, and was so inspiring in that steadfastness. I'll miss her a lot. We have a hole that can't be filled by anybody else. May she rest in peace.
There's a still right there from one of the videos we did. I think that was the one where she talked about her animal shelter out in Caldwell. And but yeah, that was one of many times that we collaborated, and that's how I got to know her, was working through the pandemic and doing virtual service and stitching these videos together since October 2020. And yeah, anytime, you know, we had a couple different ministers before we got Kiya, so you know, really filling in on finding someone to speak or even doing sermons ourselves. And so yeah, you know, you start to learn a lot about someone and how much they care, especially. And I had no idea she was sick, so it was kind of stunning. And you know, see her one day and then the next you get the news, and you know, so hope she rests in peace, and you know, all of her generosity keeps spreading in the world, and love, you know. So yeah.
John Ivy.
I knew Maya primarily through her service in the board of trustees and other committees of the church on which we served together. I often saw her as speaking truth to power. She spoke her mind. She never judgmentally. It was just passionate expression of what she saw and what she believed in. And I wish I could do as well as she did in that regard. I wasn't aware of her work with animals in the community, and I'm just impressed by how much she did for us in the church and in the community. And I'll miss her now that she's gone.
Come on, Jerry.
Well, Maya was a very important part of our ministry for social justice and the earth. And building on what John said about her speaking her mind, I remember in particular on one of our Texas UU Justice Ministry lobby days, I guess it was 6 years ago, in a meeting with our state representatives from the area, in particular with Representative Kyle Casal, who is very much a pro-life politician and representative, and how she bravely told her story of her experience with abortion and how what it meant to her. And I think in some ways it maybe got through just a little bit to the representative, to hear someone actually talk about something from the other side of what he really and deeply believed. So we will definitely miss Maya.
So I brought a poem today from Mary Oliver called When Death Comes. When death comes, like the hungry bear in autumn, when death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me and snap the purse shut. When death comes like the measles pox, when death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering what it's going to be like, that cottage of darkness. And therefore, I look upon everything as a brotherhood and a sisterhood, and I look upon time as no more than an idea, and I consider eternity as another possibility, and I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy, and as singular, and each name a comfortable music in the mouth, tending, as all music does, towards silence, and each body a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say to all my life, I was a bride to amazement. Mary Oliver. We're going to sing a song for Maya and have some quiet. Gary? Sure, absolutely. No, it's fine.
Well, am I interrupting? Was it going to be later?
It's okay. We're winging it as we go.
Judy and I have one joy to report, and that is that last Thursday we celebrated our wedding anniversary, our 60th wedding anniversary. And the two principal components of the celebration were that we purchased 6 bottles each of very fine wine. And we had dinner at the new French restaurant in College Station with Terry Metcalf and Bob Presley. That was very nice.
So this song is in the teal hymnal, but you can follow it pretty easily. It's called Comfort Me. It's 1002 in the teal hymnal. And Joe's going to sing, and Darby's going to sing, and I'm going to sing, and y'all are going to sing, and there we go.
Comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me.
y'all take a chance to look at the architect's drawing of our church that's coming. Just manifest it in your mind. Thank you, Joyce, for bringing the picture. Yes, Kathy.
That is the first architectural the first one looked like that.
Yes, they've made a lot of changes, but you get to see the original idea and just start manifesting it. Drive by and check it out. They've almost got the roof up. There's a lot going on. We put pictures up on the website. If you haven't been on our Facebook page and you want to see where we're at, there's some pictures up. Please do. Please look at it. Now, the thing about this is, there's a whole lot of paper up here, and we don't have a pulpit, and so things get a little crazy. Let me make sure I'm correct where I'm at. We're almost there. So today I'm talking about all the relationships with light that are around the world. Many, many, many different traditions celebrate a religious festival celebrating the return of the light. So in our hemisphere, light comes back starting on the winter solstice, which is coming up December 21st, and then it increases as we move towards spring and rebirth and new life. It's a great, exciting time. So I thought I would talk to you about some of those things, and we even got a movie to show you. So throughout history, societies across the world have held festivals and ceremonies marking winter solstice, the day of the sun's rebirth. Most often winter solstice celebrations honor the symbolism with fire and light. Along with life, death, the rising sun, and the moon, Saturnalia, for example, was an ancient Roman pagan festival dedicated to honoring the sun god Saturn through offerings and gift. Another tradition that we still hear about today is Yule, like the story that Allison told, and we're going to celebrate Yule and Hanukkah, the beginning of Hanukkah, next Sunday. Very exciting. We're going to have our wassail bowl, and we're going to let people eat and drink coffee all during the service. Pretty exciting. We're also going to have Christmas karaoke, our first and only Christmas and Hanukkah karaoke. So if you are a karaoke singer or you want to pile up with a bunch of people and try to sing a Christmas carol for everybody, that would be fun, and we'll have it all set up for you. So bring on any friends that you want to, and we'll have a nice all ages service. So why is Christmas in December? Does anybody know? Because we don't really know if Jesus was born at all, and if he was, when that was. They kind of think it was probably in the spring, but there were a lot of celebrations that happened at this time of year that encouraged that to happen. We celebrate December 25th in the Gregorian calendar, so that's a solar calendar, but many of the festivals I'm talking about today are lunar, and so their date moves around. That's why Hanukkah is not on the same date in December. That's why Eid, that happens when Eid happens. We have a different way of deciding, more like Easter. So the early Christians did not celebrate Jesus' birth, and no one knows what date he was born. They believe it's probably in the early spring, placing it closer to Easter. The origins of the holiday and its December date lie in the ancient Greco-Roman world, as commemorations probably began sometimes in the 2nd century. There were at least 3 possible origins for the December date. The historian Sextus Julius Africanus dated Jesus' conception on March 25th. God impregnated Mary on March 25th, in case you're interested. And then 9 months after that is December 25th. In the 3rd century, the Roman Empire, which at the time had not adopted Christianity, celebrated the rebirth of the unconquered sun, Sol Invictus, on December 25th. This holiday not only marked the return of longer days, but it also followed the popular Roman festival called Saturnalia. It was also the birthday of the Indo-European deity Mithra. So a lot of the people who served in the Roman army celebrated Mithra because they were Gauls, or they were from Britannia, or one of those places. And so Mithra was a big god with the soldiers. And Mithra's birthday, December 25th. So in the Eastern Empire, January 6th is the bigger date. So we come from the Jewish tradition as much as we do Christianity is basically, yes.
In the Eastern Empire, it's still the 25th because they were on the Jewish calendar. They didn't get that Gregorian calendar.
They didn't get the memo.
It's just that it's our January 6th.
Yes.
You can go down the street to a Russian Orthodox church on January 6th and find them celebrating Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to talk about Hanukkah a little bit. Would you like to watch a movie? Yes. Everybody's burned out. I know this. We're all doing the best we can to get through the holidays, and part of that is just having a good attitude. So just lay back and watch a nice video about Hanukkah for a moment.
It's thinking. That might be Diwali. Let's go.
Okay, well, I can talk about Diwali first. You all shift gears and pretend I'm talking about Diwali first.
At any time of year, a visitor to India can be overwhelmed by its beauty and color. But a visitor in late fall is especially fortunate. The temperature will have cooled down, the monsoons will have not yet begun, and Diwali, the festival of lights, is at hand. Diwali is to many Indians what Christmas is to Christians. In essence, it commemorates the victory of the forces of light over the forces of darkness. To experience it fully, get up before dawn and head for the flower markets. Here, flower vendors work feverishly to create garlands of fragrant jasmine that Indians will use to adorn their homes. By dawn, they'll be sold out. Next, head for one of the temples, but go early. Later on in the day, they'll be packed. On your way over, you may see a curious sight. People hunched in front of their doorways, pouring colored sand on the ground. The sand takes the shape of a lotus blossom, a symbol of welcome. And today, millions of symbols of welcome will grace the nation's doorways. Indeed, Diwali is all about sharing. If you're staying in a private home, don't be surprised if the neighbors show up with plates of delicious holiday treats.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, Virami.
Thank you.
It's also customary for families to go to the temples together on this day. They often dress in fine new outfits, purchased especially for Diwali. And if their outfits inspire you, head for a sari shop. Shops are open on Diwali, and Indian silks are justifiably famous for their beauty. They're just one of the ways India spruces up and gets into the holiday spirit.
So this is an occasion for all of us to rejoice and be with the family and enjoy all the good things in life. So we buy good clothes and make good food.
And everywhere there are lights. If you head to major commercial districts throughout India, you'll find colorful displays comparable to Christmas lights in Western cities. Some cities also put on spectacular public displays of fireworks, like this one in Delhi. But no matter where you are, there are smaller, more intimate fireworks displays. A long day of celebrations is coming to an end, and it's going out with a bang.
So as we're trying to dismantle white supremacy and we're trying to become more aware of the entire world, Asia Buddhist, Hindu, Jain, all celebrate Diwali. So knowing a little bit about it and being able to, wish people, what we have in common is it's a celebration of light. It's the victory of light over darkness. And that most people can relate to. Plus, there's lots of sweets and there's lots of sharing, and it's a community event, a celebratory community event. Let's see. Sikhs also celebrate it as the 6th Sikh guru. The Sikhs now don't have another guru right now. It's a book, which is interesting. That's another Sunday. So let's talk about Hanukkah. So how many people have ever celebrated Hanukkah? Wonderful. In the Jewish tradition, Hanukkah became much more important after World War II when lots of immigrant people came. They left Germany or they left wherever they were, and they came to America, and America was busy commercializing Christmas with Santa Claus. And so the rabbis got together and went, Hanukkah, we could make Hanukkah as big as Christmas in the Jewish community. But basically, it celebrates the Maccabees and the other Jewish fighters beating the Greco oppressors who had taken over the temple. And they had defiled the temple, and they were trying to make everybody worship, like Zeus and people like that. So they took over the temple, and they found one lamp, and there was only enough oil for one day. But the oil burned for 8 days when they were rededicating the temple. And so that's what the story celebrates. It's not a major Jewish holiday, but it's become one, especially in America and now in Israel. But one of the things, if you see back there, there are dreidels and gelt, which is, gelt is like chocolate coins, but it used to be before the 1800s, people gave their kids money, literally on the 5th day of Hanukkah. And there's different traditions about lighting the candles on the menorah. You all have seen a menorah. Some people really encourage it to be a public thing, to put it in the window, which is like saying, hey, I'm Jewish, hey, we're celebrating, pay attention, And then, again, with all the issues that are coming with anti-Semitism and all those things that happened in the 30s, there was a tradition of not having your menorah show. You kind of hide it. So it's a really complicated holiday. Hanukkah, the word means dedication. So they're just talking about rededicating their temple. Anybody got any questions about Hanukkah or Diwali that I can try to answer? Okay.
What is the Hanukkah video?
Sorry?
What is the date?
It changes because it's
It's
lunar. Almost all these are lunar. That's why the Hanukkah changes. Ramadan, it happened I think this year it was in April, and I was going to talk about them today, but I don't think we need to. Have you ever played dreidel?
No.
Yeah. Well, don't miss your chance. There's some dreidel. It's a top you spin. It has 4 letters, Hebrew letters on it. And you can win things. There's special food. Anybody ever eaten latkes? They're the best. Latkes are the best. No question. I also want to talk about a Scandinavian holiday. How many people have ever celebrated St. Lucia's Day? Okay, in Sweden, Norway, this tradition happens. It's actually, she's a Italian saint. But a girl is chosen in each village to be St. Lucia, and all the other girls are her handmaidens. So if you've ever seen the pictures where they have kind of like a pagan-looking headdress and they're holding a candle, that's St. Lucia's Day. And they sing special songs and eat special pastries. We should learn more about this holiday. It's a good one. Yeah, it's usually about the middle of December. St. Lucia was a martyr, Christian martyr killed by the Romans in 304 Common Era because of her religious beliefs. And her day in the Catholic tradition is December 13th. So that's what that holiday is around it. But depends, if we were up with Nancy G in Minnesota and stuff, people celebrate it. It's much more common if your ancestors are Norwegian or Finnish. So anyway, that's a start. And next week, we're gonna celebrate not only the start of the real holiday season by setting our intentions to some nice wassail and sing some nice pagan Celtic songs, but we're also going to have our Christmas fun. I'm really looking forward to the Christmas karaoke. I hope you are too. So I think I told you everything that I need to tell you today. The letters on the dreidel, that's kind of cool, I'll tell you that. Nes Gadol Haya Sham, which means a great miracle happened there. So they're talking about the lamp. Anyway. And now, let an offering be taken to strengthen this place that at the present is virtual, but we're getting there. You people are carrying the church right now. I know it's been a long time and you're waiting patiently. We may have to wait a few more months, but we're getting there and that church is beautiful. Please drive by and see it. Thank you for your generosity. I'm going to sing you a song about this holiday. This is a song by a songwriter from Massachusetts named Dar Williams. It's called The Christians and the Pagans. Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holidays. We're having solstice, now we need a place to stay. Her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes, all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece, it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style, she said. Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. This is the chorus, your part. And the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. And just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, singing hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen. And it was Jane who spoke, she said, it's true your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share. And you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. Chorus. And the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really, no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like Tim and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of his sons and brothers, saw his son tug his sleeve and said, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Now please join me in extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
Come on up, Dean. May your generosity return you all tenfold. Y'all, we're going to lunch, but I don't know where we're going today. Does anybody know what the decision was last week? Y'all, we're starting to have a lunch bunch that goes out to lunch every Sunday. So if you're interested in that, just come talk to me after, and we'll figure out where we're going. But we would love to see you. And let's see what else is going on. I think you know everything. Sorry? You want to tell them what the split is? It's the mobile food pantry that we're supporting. We are one of the 5 churches that are sponsoring the mobile food pantry. It only happens one Saturday a month. For November and December it's the 3rd, but normally it's the 4th Saturday. And so next Saturday is the food pantry. It's from 8 in the morning till about 2 o'clock. You can come anytime in there and volunteer, talk to Allison or myself, and we'll help you figure it out. But it's at the Boys and Girls Club, which is just behind downtown Bryan on Beck Street. And it helps a lot of people. It'll make you feel real good if you want to help. I'll sing you Abby Spinner song, and we'll call it a day. Remember the way of the wind, and breathe and blow. Remember the way of the fire, sparkle and glitter and glow. Remember the way of the water, and ebb and flow. Remember the way of the earth and grow. Go in peace.